Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Goodness Gracious Podcast, Season 41, Episode 25. See, this is a continuation of the Housewives because, baby, a lot has been going on with these housewives. So we're going to talk about the housewives. And we're going to talk about nothing but the housewives because you guys already know I'm a housewives fanatic. So come on, y'all, let's get on into it. Let's talk about Candiace Dillard because she has just announced, and this was after Robin Dixon, gave her little, her exit speech to on the Reasonably Shady podcast with her partner in crime, Giselle Bryant. This news about Candiace Dillard came out after that podcast episode was dropped that she was fired from the Real Housewives of Potomac. But now we got our little princess, Candiace Dillard Bassett, and here she is making an announcement that she is pregnant. Let's get into it.
You always tell me how great I am with words. Surprisingly, though, when the time came, the perfect words just didn't exist. I am so ready to laugh with you for the rest of our breaths.
So that was Candiace Dillard Bassett video announcement that she is pregnant. She is expecting her first child with Chris Bassett. Now, he has 3 other children, so she has bonus children, but this is her own, and we're going to get into the whole pregnancy of it all. So, let's get into the article courtesy of page 6, okay? The Candiace Dillard is going to be a mom. The Real Housewives of Potomac alum announced that she and her husband, Chris Bassett, are expecting their first child together on Monday. I am about 13 weeks, so just about into the second trimester, the reality TV star 37 told Entertainment Tonight. It's been weird, but also really wonderful. I think to keep it kind of to ourselves to this point. She also said she is just barely showing, so her bump often looks like a food baby. I'm bloated all the time, she told the outlet. It's so annoying. I've been able to fool people, I think successfully thus far. Now people are going to be talking. I'll be in the grocery store and they'll be looking for the bump. So I'm excited about that. The soon-to-be mother who announced her departure from RHOP last month, and Bassett had only told their immediate family and her best friend group. Outside of that, it's just been like kind of quietly just growing a bun, she said, noting that she hasn't had super crazy pregnancy symptoms or bad morning sickness. Dillard and Bassett wed in 2018 and started IVF treatments a few years later, which was documented on the hit Bravo series. Although the pair was unsure if they wanted kids, Dillard froze her eggs after her husband told her he didn't want to have kids after he turned 50. Okay, I think we both were kind of content to have just sit there until my cutoff date, she said, noting that the couple's growing baby came from one of the embryos they froze 2 years ago. Wow. However, once Bassett hit his mid-40s, Dillard said she got the itch. I always wondered, like, how would I know when I was ready? And I always felt like a part of my anxiety was that I wasn't sure that I would know. And when I knew, it was undeniable. She continued, I kind of woke up and realized that I was never going to be 100% ready. I just had to trust the process and trust my doctors and stop being afraid and just do it. So once we decided together that we were going to do that together, it just was kind of all moving by faith from there. Dillard underwent implantation in January, and the couple found out they were pregnant 2 weeks later. So she was pregnant at the reunion, which I said, I did 2 rounds of egg retrieval to do the shots in your stomach. I had to do the shots in my bum every day, which was not always fun. I had to finally have it all pay off was amazing, she said, of the lengthy process. Although the pair had one male embryo and one female embryo, they ultimately let the doctors choose the sex. Oh, wow. And are waiting to find out if they're having a boy or a girl until right before she gives birth. We did all the tests. Obviously, we wanted something healthy. And I was like, listen, let's just take the highest graded egg and we'll put it in there. And this is the one surprise of this whole experience that we don't know yet, Bassett explained. While Bassett is already dad to 3 kids from a previous relationship, he has been trying to remind himself that this is Dillard's first time navigating parenthood. I've got to make sure for me that I stay engaged because I got to be super supportive for her and she's going to need that all the way through, he told the outlet. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, just to share it and experience it with Candiace and just see where it goes. Can't get enough housewives? I don't know why that was in the article. Although the journey toward motherhood has become an entirely new experience for Dillard, she found comfort in knowing that Bassett's done this 3 times with 2 boys and a girl, so he's seeing both sides. The Bravo-celebrity also told the outlet that her excitement easily outweighs her nerves about giving birth. I'm excited to support them in whatever they want to do, she said with tears in her eyes. I guess I'm looking forward to meeting them, she added. Like, I've always had these dreams. I have dreams like every other night of just me holding the baby, but all you see is the head. So I'm excited to just hold them. Hold them? Wait a minute. Y'all caught that? Hold them or hold it. Their little ones arrives this fall, and despite having another embryo in the freezer, the pair is waiting to decide if they want a second child. I'm just kind of taking it day by day, Dillard said, noting that the pair have also discussed using a wonderful surrogate for the second one. Let me pop one out and see, she said. Aw, congratulations to Candiace Dillard, Bassett, and Chris. Who would have thought that Candiace Dillard would be the sweetheart of Potomac? My God, everybody hated Candiace at one point. They said she had a mouth on her, and then it all turned around after Monique left after the fight. And then people, then these women came after her husband and people started to sympathize with her. They started to see like, this girl, she could be okay, besides all the crying. I am so happy for her. I am so happy for her. So let's get into some more Real Housewives of Potomac news. Let's talk about NNEKA, because it is being alleged that she is not returning to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's read the article courtesy of the Jasmine brand. After news about Robin Dixon officially leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac hit the streets, another firing is being reported. According to the Jasmine brand, NNEKA has reportedly been fired from the show after just 1 season. With this firing, NNEKA becomes the 3rd person in the franchise that will not be returning. Yeah, because Robin said she was fired today, and Candiace gave her 2 weeks notice during the time the reunion was airing. So she's out. And so how do we feel about NNEKA? I don't know. I feel like, like I said, I hate when they do a Housewives one and done. Like I said about Anne Marie, I feel like they should have gave Anne Marie a second time around. But I just feel like this whole NNEKA, Wendy, shrine voodoo mess was a lot, and I felt like it overshadowed NNEKA when NNEKA had her own IVF, her struggle with getting pregnant issues going on, where she could have connected with even Candiace Dillard, because I remember at the reunion she said, she talked about her IVF journey and how Candiace has reached out to her. So this would have been a full circle had she not allowed Ashley Darby to get into her head and go after Wendy. Now, I don't know about Wendy yet. Like I said before, something tell me that Wendy is not returning either, but we'll see. Let's read some of the comments. Someone says she chose to focus her storyline on bashing Wendy instead of focusing on herself. I still don't know where she went to law school or what type of law she practiced, but I do know how much she don't like Wendy. Yeah, it just in the beginning, it was just too much, too much. Someone said, yeah, she was clearly a fan. She needs to sit on the couch with me. Oh no, not sit on the couch with you. Oh gosh. Someone said, in the words of Nene Leakes, you can't win when you're playing dirty. Y'all think she was playing dirty? I think she was just under Ashley's dumbass spell, listening to big head, forehead Ashley to go after Wendy. Oh my God. Oh my God. So someone said Ashley needs to go also. She sat on the couch with a season 1 rookie wig and didn't have anything to contribute but mess. Not a season 1 rookie wig. Y'all, ooh. Someone said, yes, Bravo is actually listening to us this time. Now get rid of Gizzard Neck and we good. Y'all better stop with these name calls. Let's head on over to Reality Blurb, because they are reporting that Alexia Napolia and Todd Napolia have reportedly filed for divorce from the Real Housewives of Miami star. So let's get into it, because if y'all remember, Adriana was trying to drop some gems on Alexia marriage with Todd, but y'all thought she was jealous. So let's get into the article. Alexia husband Todd files for divorce from the Real Housewives of Miami star after 2 years of marriage. Okay. Alexia's husband Todd reportedly filed for divorce from the Real Housewives of Miami star on Tuesday following less than 3 years of marriage, Miami-Dade County records show, and have allegedly confirmed that Todd, 51, filed the documents to end his short-lived courtship with the 56-year-old reality star. Distractified shared with the news with readers on April 15th, stating that Todd's filing was made on April 11th and that his attorney, Michael J. Ullman, was listed on his court documents, while Alexia is listed as the respondent of Todd's request to dissolve their marriage. No attorney's information is included in regard to her potential legal representation. According to the report, no details regarding the reason behind Todd's divorce filing were given. However, as RHOM fans will well know, the couple was plagued by financial rumors throughout season 6. In fact, Alexia's castmate Adriana Demora, 58, told Julia Lemegova that the couple's money woes had allegedly led them to consider a breakup. However, after Adriana claimed she had supposedly gotten the information from former co-star Anna Quinones, y'all, 58, Alexia denied the claim, insisting that she and Todd were doing great in their marriage. Okay. Alexia also denied that she and Todd were forced out of their Miami condo due to financial strain. Instead, she shared that they were relocating due to the building being sold. Amid last month's RHOM Season 6 reunion, Alexia again denied the ongoing rumors she and Todd were being faced with, including the claim that they do not have a shared checking account and that they paid for their former Miami resident on a month-to-month basis or in cash. Alexia and Todd got married in December 2021, 2 years after they got engaged. So baby, when I tell y'all the Housewives universe has been spinning, we have been getting notices of people being fired, babies announcements, divorces. Child, is crazy in the Housewives universe, and I'm loving it. Okay, so let's read some of the comments for Todd and Alexia. Someone said, Larsa, you have a Todd and I don't. Okay. Someone said he gave bullshitter vibes. There were so many signs before her getting married to him not to go through with it. One being her mom passing on the day that she was supposed to say I do. Oh yeah, I remember that. Her mother died on her original wedding date. And so people are saying, that's a sign where, you're not, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't get married. Someone said she can't afford to be alone, and Adriana knew it, understands it herself, and she called it. Yeah, Adriana was like, she said the whole marriage was a farce, and it was, fugazi, and that they were struggling financially. And then, listen, there's nothing wrong with you and your husband having financial problems. I mean, listen, we're all human. We, the economy is not that great, okay? And so But the fact that Alexia tried to fake it till they make it, like he's giving her this big watch on her birthday. I think it was the day, was it the day of the baseball game or something? I can't even remember. But anyway, he gave her a nice watch, and it was like he was just like being flashy, but it was fake flashy, and just trying to keep up with the Joneses, kind of something like that. Someone said it's hilarious because Alexia always thinks she's perfect. I'm sure she'll find a new financial supporter like Lisa did. Someone said, somebody check on Adriana. Can we get a statement? Yeah, because Adriana was calling it. She said that they were not in a good place, and that Todd was, I think at the time she was alluding to them being separated or something. Someone said being broke and spending money and spending unwisely are two different things. He would have been broke if he stayed married to her. Y'all think so? Don't she got her own business? I think she has a salon. So I don't know. Someone else said guys should know how high maintenance a woman is prior to marriage. Some are very expensive to keep. Pay attention, men. But who said it was anything about her? And her high maintenance is what was the straw that broke the marriage back. It could have been that she found out that he was scheming and scamming, or maybe he don't have what he have, and we moving around and we doing all this stuff because financially you telling me, you making me believe that we could do this and we good, and we're not. So I don't know. Someone said he never seemed like the type of guy who was going to be tolerating her level of drama and BS. Okay. I guess now the richest housewife on the show right now is Dr. Nicole. It's crazy because now the show is on a mid pause, and we need Andy and a camera, okay? We need Andy and a camera because listen, we need to see this going down in real time, okay? So let's go back over to Candiace Dillard being, announcing that she's expecting her first child. Let's read some of the comments that people had to say about her. Someone said, I love that she announced it today, completely overshadowing other irrelevant news. This will be a new journey for Candy Girl, and I am happy for them. Someone said, congratulations, Candy and Chris. Love you guys. Someone said, I'm so happy for Candiace. Someone else said, I'm happy for her. Someone else said, Chris is going to have a breakdown with all that crying that's been going on, child. She boo-hooed at that reunion. Like, she said, Mia be lying. Mia said, Candiace be crying. Okay? Someone said, I knew it. She wanted to be stress-free during her pregnancy. You go at the real Candiace at hashtag baby on board. Yeah, I told y'all I follow Candiace Dillard on Instagram, and I noticed that she has not posted any recent pictures of herself. And I was like, well, that's weird. Nothing recent, nothing. So I was like, ugh. And then her walking into the reunion, she has on this black dress, and she was kind of like, she got some hips and more boobs, and I'm like, but it's not for us to say, Someone said, so happy for her. The best thing she did was to leave. Those evil hoes would stress you the F out. Don't need that kind of energy around you at this time. Yeah, I feel like her exiting made so much sense. This is your first baby, your first experience. You're not in a good place with most of these women. Half the time they arguing, and I say arguing. So yeah, for your first experience, you want that to be with your family and your friends and your mom, and you want it to be stress free. So I could understand her choosing to just, step out from it all. And I think at the reunion, she sort of like felt the temperature a little bit. And then when Giselle was like, get out of here, when she was crying for her about her dad, and then she said, I'm out. I felt that. I was like, ooh, child, she quit right there. She quit. But I'm so happy for Candiace. I really, really am. Like I said before, who would have thought that Candiace Dillard would become the darling of RHOP after the first time she came on the show and got on everybody's nerve and, had her money, honey. She was from generational wealth. But I think she should blog it. I think she should do a YouTube channel and blog it for us, or blog it, whatever you want to call it, and show us the journey through her pregnancy. I would tune in every time they had a video, because I also followed Latoya Forever, who she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for one season also, and she recently had a baby, and I followed her journey. I think it's so cute. I think it's so also it's a learning experience. You get a look into the inside world of a pregnant woman and someone you watch on TV going into this journey. And so I think that they should do a whole YouTube channel devoted to, I think, to their baby. And I think Jeannie Mai did it. I think Jeannie Mai did it with her baby and what have you. So let's switch gears just for a tiny bit, because we got to talk about, well, we'll talk about the talk shows that are being canceled right now, because we didn't talk about the talk being canceled, and we didn't talk about now we're hearing that Gayle King and Charles Barkley, their show that they have on CNN has been canceled. So we're going to do that in another episode. I just wanted to get on here and talk about the Housewives, because baby, there is so much going on with the Housewives. We have gotten a resignation. Okay. We've gotten a fired. We gotten a baby, a divorce, and another supposedly person getting fired. So yeah. Now I'm going to head on over let's read this here. So, there's an update on Alexia with a message about Todd filing for divorce. She said, "I am shocked and heartbroken that Todd has chosen to dissolve our marriage. I will take comfort in the fact that my friends and my family will be by my side, supporting me during this difficult time. I'm praying for better times ahead." Oh, jeez. It's always worse when the man pulls the plug on the marriage, don't y'all think? For me, I don't know. It's like, damn. I think Jeezy pulled the plug on Jeannie too. It's like, okay. So what else can we get into before I get on out of here? I believe that's it. If anything more happens with the Housewives, I will be back on to talk about it, because baby, y'all know I love me some Housewives, because I'm a Housewives fanatic. Y'all, this is the Goodness Gracious podcast. Talk to you later. Bye now.